Chapter 22. The Phrase and the Clause. Phrases. A group of words without a verb is called a phrase. Moreover, a phrase does not give a complete sense too. A phrase has neither a subject nor an object or predicate. For example, on the table is a group of words, but without a verb, it has neither a subject nor a predicate, so we call it a phrase. If we write this phrase as a cat is on the table, this group of words has a subject and a predicate. So, it is not a phrase but it is a complete sentence. Moreover, it group of words gives a complete sense and the clear meaning, whereas the phrase has a doubtful sense and meaning. A phrase is a group of words that makes sense but not complete sense. It has no subject and no predicate. Kinds of phrases. Noun phrase. A group of words which works as noun in a sentence is called a noun phrase. Example: to have daily morning walk is useful for health. In this sentence, to have daily morning walk is a phrase. It does the work of a subject or object, that is a noun. So, this phrase is called a noun phrase. Some other examples of noun phrases. To win a prize is my ambition. Early to bed is a good maxim. I tried to do the sum right. Did you enjoy reading this book? Adjective phrase. When a word or group of words qualifies a noun and does the work of an adjective, it is therefore called an adjective phrase. Example: I have a shirt of white color. In the above sentence, we see that the words of white color qualify the noun shirt and does the work of an adjective. So, it is an adjective phrase. Study the following adjectives and the adjective phrases that are equivalent to them. Adjective phrases. A blank page, a page with no writing on it. A heavy load, a load of great weight. A golden ring, a ring made of gold. A red ball, a ball of red color. Adverb phrase. When a word or group of words modifies a verb, it is an adverb or an adverb phrase. Example: all the members of the society were present in a local public meeting. Here, local public meeting modifies a verb were present. So, it is an adverb or an adverb phrase. Some other examples of adverb phrases. Mohit ran with great speed. He fell on the ground. Harish said to me with respect, you can buy it from any place. Participle phrase. When a word or a group of words starts with a participle, it is called a participle phrase. Example: stitching the shirt, the tailor took rest. Stitching is a participle. This group of words starts with this participle, so it is a participle phrase. Indefinite phrase. When a word or a group of words shows the indefinite state, it is called indefinite phrase. Example: to obtain first division, he must work hard. In the above sentences, The group of words to obtain first division shows the indefinite state, so it is an indefinite phrase. Absolute phrase. When a participle has a noun with it, then it is an absolute phrase. Example: the tiger seeing the deer jumped upon it. In this sentence, the tiger is the subject, but it is having a participle with a noun deer, so it is an absolute phrase. Clause. A clause is a sentence which is a part of a larger sentence. The larger sentence can be a complex or a compound sentence. Each large sentence must have two or more sentences. These sentences must be a clause. How can we judge whether it is a phrase or a clause? Read the sentences given below. Deepak is a boy who has a white shirt. Deepak is a boy with a white shirt. When we see in sentence 1, there are two sentences joined by who, a conjunction. Both sentences, Deepak is a boy and who has a white shirt, are clauses because both the sentences are complete sentences giving complete sense. But in sentence 2, it is one sentence in which with a white shirt is a group of words without verb and does not have a subject or a predicate. So, it is a phrase and not a clause. Definition: a group of words which has a subject and a predicate and which forms a part of the larger sentence is called a clause. Kind of clauses. Before going to read the kinds of clauses, we must recall our memory what we have studied about the sentence and its kinds because these sentences formulate the clauses. Sentences: simple sentence, complex sentence, compound sentence. Simple sentence. It contains a verb, so the question of clause does not arise. Complex sentence. A sentence which contains two or more than two sentences duly connected by a conjunction is a complex sentence. It contains a main or a principal clause and other clauses are called subordinate clauses. Compound sentence. A sentence containing two or more than two sentences joined by the conjunctions and yet or but is called a compound sentence. It means it has two or more than two clauses. The clause without conjunctions and yet and but is a main or a principal clause, and the clause beginning with conjunctions is called coordinate clause. Principal clause. It is a main sentence or the clause which controls the other clauses. This clause mostly comes in the beginning of the sentence, but it sometimes loses its sanctity coming in the end of a sentence. In the complex sentence, if it is taken off, the meaning of other clauses cannot be cleared. So, it is a main sentence or clause in respect of a complex sentence. But in a compound sentence, if it is taken off, it does not matter because the meaning of the remaining clause will be clear. This clause is without any conjunction. When any conjunction is added to a clause, it becomes either a subordinate or coordinate clause. Read the following sentences to get a clear view about the main clause. I was coming out of the house when he came. The pen which I bought is lost. Here in sentence 1, I was coming out of the house is the main clause mostly used in the beginning of the sentence. But in the case of sentence 2, a part of the main or principal clause is in the beginning and the rest is in the end. Noun clause. If the answer to what of main clause lies in the subordinate clause, it must be a noun clause. She said that she would come to see me. I do not know when he will come. In sentence 1, she said what she said, that she would come to see me. It contains a subject she and predicate would come to see me. So it is a noun clause. In sentence 2, I do not know what when he will come is also a noun clause. A noun clause is a group of words which contains a subject and a predicate of its own and does the work of a noun. Adjective clause. Read the following sentence. The pen which you gave me was lost. In the above sentence, the group of words which you gave me qualifies the noun, the pen, and does the work of an adjective, but it contains a subject and a predicate of its own. It is called an adjective clause. An adjective clause is a group of words which contains a subject and a predicate of its own and does the work of an adjective. Adverb clause. Read the following sentence. I do not know why he was late. In the above sentence, the group of words why he was late is a clause as it has a subject, he, and a predicate late of its own, but it does the work of an adverb. It is called an adverb clause. An adverb clause is a group of words which contains a subject and a predicate of its own and does the work of an adverb. Coordinate clause. A coordinate clause does not depend upon the main clause for its meaning like a subordinate clause. These clauses are followed by and are joined with the main clause with conjunction, but they are thought to be separate as, in the absence of main clause, its meaning is clear. For example, he went to the market and purchased a book. He is rich, but he is a miser. In the above sentences, and purchased a book and but he is a miser are coordinate clause because they do not depend upon the main clause for their meaning. End of chapter. Click here to go to the next chapter.